Dear boys, teachers, and parents, I welcome you to our Remembrance Day Assembly. Though we cannot be together as a whole group this year, many of you have contributed in different ways, and we thank you. We will remember the lives given for our freedom, and we will reflect on the ways that we can practice peace. I would like to ask you to imagine that each poppy tells a story of a soldier who sacrificed their life, who gave up their own future to make our future count. Each poppy you see today has a story. Shh, quiet. Can you hear them?
Aimons-nous quand même, aimons-nous jour après jour, aimons-nous quand même, aimons-nous malgré l'amour, aimons-nous de rage, aimons-nous mais sans pitié, aimons-nous en cage, aimons-nous sans amitié. 2000 ans de haine n'ont rien changé à l'amour. Pour briser nos chaînes, sonnent canons et tambours. C'est l'amour qui gronde, l'amour avance à grands pas. Détruira le monde par amour du combat.
We will read the following all together. On this day, we gather to remember the past, even if our own memories do not go back that far.
Le coquelicot est le jour du souvenir. Le symbole du jour du souvenir est le coquelicot. Cette fleur est apparue sur les champs de bataille de la Première Guerre mondiale dans la Flandre et au nord de la France.
Leurs reines peuvent dormir dans le sol pendant des années, mais elles poussent quand la terre est remuée.
Lorsque les soldats commencent à labourer les prés à la fin de 1914, certains derniers sont rapidement remplis de coquelicots.
La première personne à utiliser ce symbole est M. Michael, qui s'inspire du poème écrit par le lieutenant-colonel John McCrae. Il fait la promesse de toujours porter cette magnifique fleur rouge pour se rappeler des soldats morts au combat.
Cette tradition est encore pratiquée aujourd'hui.
Flanders Field. In Flanders Field, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky, the larks bravely singing, flies catch birds amid the guns below.
We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dogs, saw sunset glow, and Orlo, and now we lie in Flanders fields.
Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith in us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields. As we listen to the names of our brave Selwyn soldiers, so that today we may live in peace, and we must also promise them that we will continue to live the Selwyn Veritas, to work each day to create a culture of peace. Listen to the names of our soldiers and promise them we will honor their memories by our actions and deeds.
John F. Acer, Alexander D. Angus. George H. Armstrong, William N. Barclay. T.C.S. Brookfield, John R.P. Burke. Alan G. Byers, Stuart S.T. Cantley.
Charles Cassio, Anthony D. Chapman, Josh F. Chevalier.
H. Ross Cleveland, Gordon P. Cushing, Philip W. Davis. Desmond W. Farrell, John P. C. Gordon, Duncan Grant. Brandon M. Hill, E. A. Gerald Hansen, David
W.A. Hartley. Charles F. Hart, F. William B. G. Kingston, Peter T. Holt. John C. W. Hope, James K. Johnston, Percy G. Leslie.
Robert A. Lindsay, H. Michael Little, Patrick C. Littles. Thomas B. Little, Hugh E. McKenzie, and Eric Kwan.
Henry C. Morgan, H. J. Stewart O'Brien, John W. F. Peacock. Arthur W. J. Pierce, George Ponsonby, John E. Powell.
John G. Redpath, Alan R. W. Robinson. A. Dunbar, S. Russell, Donald T. Ryan. Alexander C. Scrimgeour, George W. Sturz.
George E. Stark T. Rowley E. Stoker.
William G. Armstrong, John A. Tolmie.
Please stand and remain standing for the last toast, a moment of silence, and the singing of O Canada. Souvenons-nous du prix de la paix. Souvenons-nous avec profonde reconnaissance de ceux et celles qui sauvent.
We will read the following all together. On this day, we pause to consider the present, even though we cannot understand all things.
Pour être un bon leader, tu dois
Être gentil.
se calmer,
Listen.
help others, pardonner,
Ça, c'est une façon de pardonner les gens. Pardonner les gens fâchés.
l'empathie,
S'excuser quand tu as roté.
gentillesse, respect the nature of the planet,
Profiter de la nature. Ne pas abandonner nos amis.
respecter others respecter les autres, et regarder dans les yeux, et écouter.
Pour se calmer, on peut faire la méditation, faire l'histoire, respirer et regarder. Le respect, être poli, share, inviter les gens. Gentillesse, donner des compliments, help people that are poor. Aider un vieux monsieur à traverser en rue. Trouver des règles que tout le monde est content. La honnêteté. Quand une personne te touche dans un jeu et tu dis ok, tu m'as touché. Quand tu vas dans la toilette et il y a déjà une personne et tu as dit ok, je ne devrais pas entrer. When a person drops his money and you say hey, hello, you dropped your money. Le chef est enseigné par l'exemple. Un bon exemple de chef est écouter les personnes qui veulent te parler. Un bon exemple de chef est consoler les personnes quand ils se font mal. Being a good leader means talking instead of fighting.
Mustafa, Mary Luce Gray. Mustafa and his family travelled a very, very long way away to get to their new country. Some nights Mustafa dreams about the country he used to live in, dreams full of smoke and fire and loud noises. He wakes up. Where am I? You are here, says his mama. She hugs him tightly. They go look at the moon and the stars. Is that the same moon in our old country? Asks Mustafa. Yes, answers his mama. The very same moon. Only then can Mustafa go back to bed. Mustafa looks down at the park. It is so green in his country. The trees were grey with dust and dry as sticks. He sees birds hiding in the trees. Red birds, blue birds, yellow birds. He sees two small animals jumping from branch to branch. Their bushy tails wave and curl in the air. They chatter like monkeys. Do you want to play in the park? Asks his mother. Yes, says Mustafa. He runs downstairs. Mustafa walks under the trees. The air smells green, cool. He sees flowers shaped like grandmother's pink teacups. He sees flowers that look like dragon tongues. He finds two treasures, a white snail shell and a yellow heart-shaped leaf. Mustafa sees a parade of ants carrying tiny blades of grass, like flags. They look like the ants in his old country. So do the soft, fluffy caterpillars. So do the buzzing bees. Mustafa hears a noise. He hides behind a tree. A girl walks past in the park. She holds a ribbon tied to a cat. In Mustafa's country, cats were skinny and wild. They lived in the streets. They didn't wear ribbons. The girl sees him. She says something. Mustafa doesn't understand her words. He pretends to tie his shoe, then runs back to the apartment. Back already? Asks his mother. What did you see in the park? Mustafa tells her about the flowers and that look like Grandma's pink teacups. He tells her about the parade of ants waving their flags. He shows her the white snail shell and his yellow heart-shaped leaf. Lovely, says his mother, but he didn't tell her about the girl with the cat. Next day, Mustafa sees shiny red bugs with black spots. They look like jewels. He finds more treasures, an acorn, a speckled stone, and a perfect drawing stick. Mustafa draws an airplane in the sand. He draws the house he used to live in. He draws the cloud of smoke and fire. He draws broken trees. Suddenly, the girl with the cat is there. She points to the drawing and says something. Her words float in the air and disappear. Mustafa drops his stick and runs away. The girl draws flowers, butterflies, and a star. She draws her cat. The clouds of smoke and fire disappear. So do the broken trees. Mustafa goes to the park every day. The trees have turned bright orange red. Is this magic, he wonders? He sees an old lady feeding breadcrumbs to a whirlwind of pigeons. In Mustafa's country, there were not enough food to share with the birds. The old lady speaks to them. She must be a magician. Mustafa wishes he could speak bird language. Mustafa sees a small vampire chasing a fiery fox and a rabbit. They were screaming and laughing. Mustafa waves to them. Don't they see him? They disappear into the trees. Mustafa hears music. It winds all the way through the trees like a river. A man playing a red accordion. Massa knows this tune. His uncle Amara played it all the time. Everyone smiles and waves and claps their hands. A dog barks, birds sing. Mustafa whistles along with the music, but nobody notices him. Ma, asks Mustafa, am I invisible? If you were invisible, I couldn't hug you, could I? Answers his mama. Next day, Mustafa sees the girl with the cat. Before she can see him, the thunder up to the top of a huge tree. Now he really was. But the girl with the cat finds him. She makes a sign with her hands, which means, come with me. He follows the girl to a pond filled with dark water. The girl points. 3 flat orange shapes were swimming in circles. The girl takes some yellow grains out of her pocket and throws them into the water. The fish rush to the surface to eat. They make funny fish faces. Mustafa laughs. So does the girls. The girl leads Mustafa to another part of the park where there are swings. She ties her cat to a tree. She sits on a swing. The girl swims back and forth, higher and higher. She looks down at Mustafa. He sits on a swing. He swings slowly back and forth, then higher and higher. Together they almost touch the treetops. Together they almost touch the clouds. The girl points to herself and says something that sounds like Maria. It also sounds like music, happy music. Then she points to Mustafa. He understands. Mustafa, she says. Maria smiles. Mustafa doesn't feel invisible anymore. Marry Mustafa.
We'll read the following together. On this day, we take time to look into the future, looking for a new vision of a world made new. Listen as grade 1 reflects towards words and a song about their vision of Veritas peace.
Notice the poppies, and know that every moment holds a possibility of peace. It is our responsibility and mission to Veritas to find peace within these walls, within our friendship, and with all humankind.
Peace is taking care of people. La paix, c'est méditer. Peace is exercising. La paix, c'est partager. Peace is sharing. La paix, c'est construire des Legos. Peace is eating with other people. La paix, c'est construire des choses. Peace is holding the door. La paix, c'est la gentillesse. Peace is listening. Peace is being kind. La paix, c'est le calme. La paix, c'est être gentil. Peace is protecting others. Peace is listening to my friend. La paix, c'est écouter la télévision. La paix, c'est dormir. Peace is playing with my Lego. Peace is helpful. La paix, c'est l'amour. Peace is sharing with my friends. Peace is being how kind to others. Peace is happiness. La paix, c'est avoir une étoile en classe.